Hi guys, this is Miss Black. I just wanted to take a few minutes to show you guys how to open, edit, and submit Google Classroom assignments. The first 2 or 3 weeks of assignments, parents were having problems being able to click on the assignment and type directly on the assignment, and there were some questions about how to submit the assignment. This is because when I created the assignment, I had not learned yet that you have to share the assignment as either viewable or editable by different people. And so since I did not share it as being allowed to edit, the students could not open it and click on it. They could only view it. And so that was my boo-boo. However, I did find a way around this. And I've also figured out how to share assignments in a way that you can now edit them. So going forward, any assignment that you click on, you should be able to edit the assignment and type on the assignment. And if you're not, there is a workaround, and I'm going to share both ways to submit an assignment with you today. Okay, so what you're seeing is my Google Classroom screen, and I'm logged in as myself, Miss Black. When I work in Mr. Kennard's Google Classroom, I actually have to log into his classroom as him with his credentials. So I don't have administrative privileges for that class. So what I've done is go ahead and join his class with my teacher credentials as a student. And that way I can view the assignments in the same way that you view them. So I can show you how to submit them. When the student logs in, they're going to see however many classes they're a part of. And in this case, I have all my classes from last year and the year before. And I also have the ELA class that you guys are a part of. And when I click on this, I see this class from an administrator's point of view. And then I have Mr. Kennard's math class. And when I click on this, I'm now seeing it from the student's point of view. So I'm going to open it. And you'll notice that there are 3 different ways to see assignments. You can either click on classwork, which is up here at the top. You might look to the left and where it says upcoming. If there's an assignment that's coming due, it'll be posted here and you can click on it here. We did not put due dates on the assignments in order to allow you flexibility to complete work at your pace and turn it in when you have time. We know that you guys are busy and that there's a lot of things going on. And then the assignments are also going to appear on your stream along with any messages that students or teachers leave for each other. And it will appear in the dates order that it was posted. So the last thing that I posted were 2 practice assignments, and I only assigned them to myself, so I'm the only one that will see them. If you log in, you will not see them there. Just like if I only assign 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade math to 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, my 2nd graders and kindergartners and 1st graders aren't going to see their work. So that just kind of gives you an idea of what work is posted, what you can see, and where you can find it. I'm going to go ahead and click on this assignment that I've created for myself. And over here it says your work. And attached are the 2 math assignments that I gave for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students this week. And you'll notice that there's also a create or add button. And I can't get my mouse to move right here. And there is a turn in button, and these buttons are important, okay? If you hit turn in, it's going to ask you to turn in both of these assignments. So before you can turn work in, both assignments have to be 100% complete. But you're not able to work on the whole thing and get it done in one day. That's okay, because you can click on the assignment, open it up, and let's say that I just wanted to do a few slides the first day and come back to it. Now, anytime there's a text box or something that you have to edit, you should be able to double click on it and you should be able to type in it now. I am able to type in it even though this is uploaded under Mr. Kennard, okay? Which means you guys should be able to do the same. Now, some of these assignments have different pieces to them that have you drop and drag. So in this case, they had to choose a step, what came first and what came second, and I showed them how to do this the other day. And so you click on it, you drop it, and you drag it where you want it to go, okay? In other cases, they might just have to type something, or it might ask them, draw a line. Here's your line. I clicked on it, and now if I had to connect one thing to another or draw a line from one thing to one thing, now I've drawn a line. So there's different tools they can use to edit. You do not have to save this every time you work on it like you do with Microsoft Word or PowerPoint, because you will see that it automatically saves, and every student got their own copy, so they're not editing each other's work. And it will say their name, or in my case it says my name, and it will say the assignment name and the date that it was assigned. And let's say that I only did 3 slides and I want to do more of it tomorrow. I would just click out of it, and then when I want to reopen it, there it is, and I can click on it and continue editing it. Or I can click on the other assignment and start working on that assignment. You do not want to submit turn-in assignments unless these are 100% done, okay? But assuming you were able to edit the assignment without any issues, all of the work is completed, you're going to click Turn In. And it'll say, that little box that popped up will say, are you sure you want to turn it in? And you say yes. And it takes a minute. Now it will show up in the teacher's box as finished, where we can grade it, we can make comments on it, we can return it to the student for them to make corrections or just to see the feedback, which is really great because it's harder for us to do that when you have to do everything on paper and send pictures. If you submitted it by mistake and were not finished, or you needed to fix something, you click Unsubmit and say Unsubmit. Just keep in mind that if you have unsubmitted something, that when you're finished with it, you have to go back and turn it in again. Otherwise, I can't see what you've done, okay? So now we're going to go back to the second way to create or upload assignments. If you're having problems with typing in the assignments that were sent out to you, I'm going to hit my back arrow. Hold on. It's being silly. No, I'm just going to go back to Mr. Kennard's class. That'll be okay. So now I'm going to click on my second type of assignment. So here you'll see the assignment that was given. I don't know why it's not showing up over here. Probably because it wasn't something that I could edit, right? It was just something that I could view. But I have a fix for that now. You're going to click on it, open it. I can view it, right? But the problem that we were running into was that we could not click on it or edit it. So it would show up, and no matter what I did, I couldn't type. Now, for whatever reason, it's still letting me type on it. I'm not sure why it would not let you guys type on it. But if you run into that problem, you're going to say File, and you're going to say Download Microsoft PowerPoint. And you wait a minute and it will download. Takes a second. Okay, so now it's shown up down here on my taskbar, and I'm gonna open it. And the next step is that you need to make sure that you click Enable Editing. Otherwise, you will not be able to edit. and you scroll through the slides until you get to the ones where you have to type. And now you can double click on the text box, delete my text, and put your own text in that spot, okay? So let's say you finished all the slides and you're ready to turn it in. I would suggest as soon as you start this, you save it, because this is not like Google Classroom. You do have to save it. So you hit save as. You hit, in my case, I want to save it on my computer, not on a work cloud. And I don't want it to save into downloads. I want it to save in my documents. And I'm going to name it Samantha Math and 4/6, because that was the date of this assignment. And I'm going to hit save. Oh, it doesn't like the 4/6. Hold on. If you can't make a slash, you make a dash. Okay. Now, let's say I've finished it, I've saved it, I close it out. I'm going to go back to my assignment, and I'm going to say add or create. Okay, and I'm going to say I want to create a file or add a file from my computer. And then I'm going to go to Documents, where I saved my file, and I'm going to scroll until I find my file. Here it is, Samantha Math 4/6. And I'm going to go ahead and select it and say upload. Okay. So it takes a minute, especially if it's a big file. Now it's attached, and I can say turn in. And it'll say, do you really want to turn in your work? And you say, yes, I do. And then it'll show up in my inbox where I can view it and edit it. So even if you click on something and you could not edit it to begin with, you should now be able to go back and edit it and submit it electronically. I would request that if it's possible that everybody try to submit their assignments through Google Classroom, and that you are not doing it on paper and taking pictures or scanning unless you absolutely have to, because now I'm having to go back and track all of those assignments from all the different kids, and it's more work for you guys. It's more paper and ink, so it's easier to do it this way if you're able to. Just give it a try and make your best effort. I hope that's helpful. I may come back and do a second video on kids A to Z assignments, because I've noticed people are logging in, so they're reading stuff and they're in the assignments, but they're not necessarily turning it in, so I want to investigate that a little bit. If you have any other questions, feel free to always call me, text me, email me. Mr. Kennard can help you as well. My para, Miss Azazi, can help you. If anybody needs additional help with just individual time on Teams, or if you can't do Teams and you want to do Zoom or Google Meet or some other alternative, we are more than willing to take the time to do that with you, but we need to hear from you. All right, have a good afternoon. Bye.